on, everybody? This is AyeMontie on the track here. This is the Opinionated Podcast. Our next episode, our first episode of the year. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I've been having a couple of my artist buddies coming up, just talking about different things. And this week I decided to just have some friends come along and have some different conversations, talk about a couple of different things. What I originally wanted to do, we're not going to do. But we're still going to have fun tonight. My other friend Julian is running late. DJ Jers is running late. Of course, typical Julian. He should be here soon. So let's hope he does pull up soon, Julian. But we're going to talk about the different topics that I had today. So let me introduce you guys to my friend Hannah. Hello, Hannah.
Hi, guys.
You have to get up to the mic.
Guys.
See, you got to get yourself, bring
I
yourself
know.
closer.
I'm new to this, guys, so be easy on me.
Gotta break her in. It's like a virgin child, you know what I'm saying? You gotta break the ice with these kids.
Yeah.
Gotta teach them the ways. So I wanted to get a girl up here, especially just because I've had guys up here only, and we've been talking about a lot with relationships and dating, different things like that. Let me just put this over here a little bit, sorry. And so now I want to get like a girl's perspective on a lot of the things that we've been talking about. Firstly, we're gonna go into do you have, because you're typically tapping into the lives. So do you have anything from any past shows that was brought up that you wanted to talk about yourself before I even get into anything?
No.
Think about anything that we've talked about on the last shows. Anything that you've wanted to bring up.
Not that I know of, because I was tuned in on most of the last shows, so I kind of just.
Okay.
You know.
Well, we're gonna start with some relationship stuff or dating stuff, I'm gonna say, and when Julian gets here, we're going to be kind of venturing over to something else, a little bit different in the entertainment world. I want to talk about a bunch of different things with that. The Antonio Brown incident, I want to talk about a little bit. I don't really know much about it. I just kind of saw what happened. Starting with like first impressions. What do you feel like for a girl? Like, do you look for in a guy for first impressions when you first meet somebody? Like, what are some of your like lead-ons, lead-offs, like turn-on, turn-offs type shit?
As far as like talking to them, or like seeing them from a distance. Like,
say you're just like out and about, like, or you're like out at a bar or club or something, and a guy approaches you, and like you may be interested. Like, what are some things that you're looking at in this first impression?
Physical or?
I mean, just all around, the whole around experience. Well, first, start with the physical appearance. What's he gotta look like?
I don't have a type. I feel like, I guess I kind of do. I like nerds. I like people who are intelligent, that have a master at like a subject or something that they're interested in. People with a passion. But
all right.
As far as like my first impression when I interact with someone, the first thing I look at is, I would say, their demeanor and their aura. I can like, you know what I'm talking about? Like when you are around someone, you can kind of feel out their aura.
Kind of feel out who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way,
not like that you know who they are, but their presence and its effect on you, how it makes you feel.
Well, I feel like that's like a yes and a no type thing, or like because like a lot of people, especially like people when they go out to a club, they're putting on like facades or like fake personalities. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really. Right. I guess it really just depends on where you meet that person. Like, because I guess if you're more in like a casual area, you're probably going to get a lot different of a person than if you met him out at a club. If that makes sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
What about like your experiences from like just being around in a club environment or in an atmosphere like that? Like, what experiences have you had with guys hitting on you?
Well, considering I just started getting out last year, you know what I mean, 2021, considering I just started getting out, because I've never been to a club or like a bar or anything, and we all know which one I go to
we all go there
often. So
big shout out to Manhattan's. Fucking love that place.
Yes.
I love it.
So my interaction with guys and them like shooting a shot with me, most of the guys I'll let them know straight up like where my head's at, because I don't want them to waste their time. Myself, I'm flirtatious. I just come off like that. I'm very sweet, so guys will have no problem shooting their shot with me because they're like, oh, she's comfortable. But I'll usually just be like, oh, well, my head's in my studies. If I'm not interested, I'll just be like, I'm focused on other things. But thanks, you're so sweet. Kind of you to compliment me and, you know, try to pursue me. But no.
I feel like, all right, so let's look at it from a guy's perspective.
I don't know if I answered that right.
No, you answered it fine.
Are you sure?
You answered it fine, yeah.
Okay.
From a guy's perspective, to me, I mean, me personally, I think I've been through this. I don't even like to approach girls out, like, when I'm out anymore, just because a lot of girls just aren't approachable. But there's, like, different types of girls. There's, like, more chill, laid-back girls, and then there's just, like, the ratchy patches who just think they're better than everybody else. And it's easy kind of to, like, scope out the different ones. But I'm just, for me, it's just, like, it's difficult because I feel like everybody's guard is up, like, too high now. Like, girls are just guarded because dudes just be creep. What do you feel like is one of your worst experiences, like, going on a date with a guy? Like, say it was, like, a first date. Like, I want to hear, like, your worst first date experience.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Brandy. Hey, Kira. Hey, guys. My
Hi,
bad.
guys.
What is your worst?
My first worst date. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I'm not that experienced. I haven't been on a lot of dates. I make a lot of excuses to not attend any, but one that I can remember, which is like, I don't know. Because mind you, I was in a relationship for 4 years. So I wasn't like on dates. I was with this one specific person. But a date that I did go on after me and him had broke up was with this tall, white basketball player coach guy from my school. He was a coach. And
Whoa.
yeah, it was very different. He was a redhead and he was like 6'5". And he kind of looked like Princess Harry. I mean, not Princess Harry. No disrespect, but
Damn, cuz.
no, I meant Prince Harry. He kind of looked like Prince Harry, and me and him went on a date, but it was just very awkward because he was coming to pick me up, and when he stepped in my house because he had to use the bathroom, the first thing he said was, "It smells like old people in here."
Perfect.
I live with my grandparents.
Perfect.
And I was just like, I don't know what to say to that.
Perfect.
But
Surprise funeral type shit.
It was so awkward. I was like, who says that? And then mind you, what?
I'm sorry. I just had a fucking sad thought. We're going to talk about it later. Keep going.
Okay. So, mind you, before he came and picked me up, he was having trouble getting to my house. And he was coming all the way from Chesapeake. So when he called me, he's like, "Where do you live?" I told him where I lived. And I was like, "Put it in your GPS." His phone didn't have a GPS. Because he had like a flip phone.
Okay.
The one that the
I have
battery
to stop
could
you real
fall
quick.
out.
I have to stop you real quick. Okay. I just heard a story the other day. Now this kind of is like relative to what you were just saying, and that's why I had to stop you.
Go ahead.
My friend actually was telling me a story last night of how she went out with a guy, and he was like kind of like flexing a little bit, I guess, was kind of like, you know, showing off like he had money or something. And then when it came to paying for dinner, I guess he had like this free voucher that they were not trying to let him use, and he like made this whole big deal about it. But my point is like, apparently he didn't have the money to pay for it. And my point is, if you don't have the money to go out on dates, people, don't go out on dates.
That's awkward.
Because me personally, I'm not gonna. If I don't have the money to go out, I'm just not gonna go. I don't personally like letting girls pay for dates when I take them out, or if I ask a girl out on a date, I don't like making them pay or letting them pay because it's just not my style. But if I don't got the money, I'm not going. All right, I'm sorry. You can continue.
That's awkward.
That's a very awkward situation.
That's very awkward.
Have you ever came across something like that, where a guy like just couldn't pay?
I have, but I can't pinpoint what it was. Yeah.
You just had this conversation.
My story's gonna be all over the place if I try to tell it, but basically he was a weirdo. He got mad that I couldn't literally tell him the directions to my house, and then I said, well, maybe if you didn't have a freaking robot, like a freaking weird phone, dude, and you actually...
Yeah, that's fucked.
Okay, so I made a joke. Then he hung up on me.
So our good buddy is here.
Oh, is he?
I'm gonna go get our good buddy Julian.
Oh.
And we're gonna get this party fucking rolling. Julian. Yo, so I just thought about this a minute ago while she was talking, and this breaks my heart, guys. I just want to bring it up, and this really hurt my soul. and I want you guys to know Joe Gatto is leaving Impractical Jokers.
Dude,
oh
you're
my
freaking
God. Why
scared.
you had to bring that heartbreaking stuff up, man? God, 2022 is already starting off bad.
This is gonna make me cry a little bit.
First betting now, hell, like, come on, man.
Joe Gatto. Joe Gatto is the best Joker. I don't care what nobody says. Murray, you're great. Sal, you're great. Q, you're great. But
He made it.
Joe Gatto?
He made the show, literally.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to bring it up for a second.
You good?
Everyone really hurt, yo. Like, I saw the article and I thought it was a lie. But then I saw some more articles. And then I looked at the post that he made. And I almost cried, yo. I dead ass, like...
I didn't go that far, but I was very sad.
Bro, you know how many times I've watched every episode of that show?
So next time I came to your studio, you was watching it.
Shit made my heart hurt. Anyway, moving on to the next subject before I start getting all emotional in this bitch. What's up to all my Twitch streamers? It's crazy. I never have Twitch streamers. That's cool. I have Twitch streamers right now.
Oh, it's on Twitch?
Yeah, I'm on all different platforms, baby. The Opinionated Podcast. Getting back into it. All right, so bam. Earlier this week, I had made a post about makeup versus natural beauty. Julian, what's your preference?
But natural beauty to me, always.
So what is like too much makeup for you? Like when does it become too much? I'm gonna ask you in a minute.
I mean, truth be told, I'm an old school person. So once you start putting them chicken grease lip gloss on, you already is too much. For me.
Chicken grease lip
Yeah,
gloss.
I don't do the lashes. I don't do none of that stuff. Everything that these girls doing now, nah.
It's like the long lashes I can't, because it's like the long thick ones that they'll do, and it's the long thick ones that I just can't. They bother me
See,
because it just makes you look ratchet.
I said I can't do none of them because I mean, you know what it was meant for.
What was they meant? No, that's not what they were meant for, Julian.
That's where they started.
That is not what they were meant for. That is not where they really came
one
from.
time it came from.
Did
That's
it-
the only thing you
Was
ever
that
seen.
you who sent that to me?
Huh?
Was that you who sent that
Probably
to me?
was, but yeah.
Somebody sent me
Yeah.
something one day that said that the long eyelashes came from some slut or some freaking prostitute in wherever the fuck, and said that she made them so that, like, when she was blowing guys, they wouldn't fucking get the cum in her eyes or some shit. That is not really where they came from.
That's such a weird, like,
That's just not where they came from.
that's a crazy,
Okay, you can get some if you want.
Bro, listen. Listen. I don't think that's where they came from. But wherever they came from, they're ugly. They make you look ratchet. They make you look,
It's pointless.
in your opinion.
in my opinion.
Opinionated podcast.
But there's ones that are like natural looking, and then there's ones that are just like super thick. That it's just like you really see. Honestly, you see like the fat girls wearing them more often. I'm just
They
being
look.
real.
I feel like they look good in them. My papa likes natural beauty, but he told me that he likes big girls with eyelashes. Nanny, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but he just made that comment. He was like, they look
I
good
don't.
with 'em.
I just think it makes girls look ratchet as fuck.
I can understand because I honestly never was a lash person. I was scared to wear lashes because I thought that same thing, but then I tried it out and I was like, this is interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I consider these super, like, these are out of the ordinary type long. These, like, I've seen females with longer eyelashes than this, but this is long as heck.
I guess it really just like it's all depends on the girls too, because
It just depends on my day. If I want to be barefoot, like, I'm not the kind of person that depends on makeup. You know?
I'm just a natural guy. Like, I just like natural girls because, like, I do see girls that are out there who really don't look very good, and then they smack their face with, like, layers of makeup, and they look like a totally different person. It's
But
like, you
then
gotta
niggas
be
like
careful.
Fake. Like I need to see who you are.
Those are people who wear makeup like they depend on it. Like, you've never seen them without makeup. You know what I'm talking about? And those are people who aren't secure within themselves, that they feel like they can leave the house. Wait, hold on. They feel like they can leave the house without makeup. Me personally, I can leave the house without makeup because I don't like the fact of, I mean, I'm wearing makeup right now, but I don't like the fact of, like, I can't touch my face. I can't hug my friend without getting, like, I don't like that. So personally, if I had a preference, I prefer not to wear makeup. But if I have time to do my makeup, I'll do it just because, like, why not? I mean, none of us were born with, like, pink glittery eyeshadow. Everybody knows that's not natural. You know what I mean? But some people like to do it for fun. And for me, my sister got me into it because she's a cosmetologist. And I've just been playing with it. Starting literally like probably last year, I just started like actually getting into it.
Well, I want to talk about like, because the shit really can make a man look like a woman, you know?
Anybody look like
and that's what's becoming scary is there's just becoming a lot more trans around.
Have you seen people make themselves into a witch or an ogre or a bear?
Yeah, I be seeing those videos all the time, and it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's dope. It's dope. It is dope. Like doing stuff like that, but that's like different though. Like that's like they're like creating like, because I know what you're talking about. Like they'll turn themselves into like a lizard or something. Like that's dope. But I'm talking about like girls who put it on to go out.
If you're going for cosplay, then that's different. You're good with that one.
But, I mean, I'm not even just talking about. I'm not even talking about all that though. I'm just talking about in general.
Walmart,
talking about cosplay.
Pointless, nah.
Julia, you talking about cosplay?
Hey, that's the only thing I see makeup for. Makeup for is for clowns and people that's cosplaying. Like, if you coming to be something different, then that's it.
I think it really depends. All right, so we have some good comments going on in here. What did she say? Oh goodness, you better tread lightly. Talking about the train. Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. I'm not. Because I brought up trans people wearing a lot of makeup, and I only brought that up because there are some guys really trying to be girls who are hitting on straight men, and to me, like they're really looking like girls.
That's what they identify. That's what
I know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying like if you're trying to trick a guy.
I don't think they're there's some people that try to trick people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody does that, but I'm saying some people do that, and that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
And makeup really helps them really look like girls.
Right.
And that's a scary thing. Because if I ever come across a situation where I'm messing with a girl who turns out to be not a girl, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
You said you wasn't going to talk about that no more. That was just one time.
Shut your ass up.
Sorry.
He's about to try to... You about to say some... Julian, would you like some Pink Whitney?
Huh? See, now you just
Hi,
you don't want some Pink Whitney?
That's my sister. Is that her? Yep.
Hello. Oh, hello. Hannah's sister. Would you like some?
I'm good.
Come on, man. Julian's whack. Anyway, all right, let's talk about long distance relationships. How do y'all feel about them?
It depends on who it is.
Do you do it, Julian? Would you do it?
I mean, yeah, I would, depending on, yeah.
Julian?
Yeah.
If I was in a relationship.
Done did it before, yeah.
I'll be 100 with you. Not me. No. I'll tell you why. Not only because of trust issues, but also because of the fact that, like, if I'm with a girl, kind of need to be there with her, like around her type shit. Like, I don't know. It's just me. If I'm with a girl, I kind of like to be around her. You know, I mean, not like all the time, but, you know, be around her in the long distance thing. You don't ever get to see that person, except for maybe a couple times a year, if that.
I mean, but you make it work, though.
You could, yeah.
About, like, someone that you're actually interested in, or just dating?
Just. Because I'm talking about a long distance relationship. Like, so, all right, so, for instance.
Because, I mean, I don't date to date. I date with a purpose. So, like,
well, I'm saying.
Long distance, I mean, yes.
Okay, so, bam, when I was a kid, right? Before I moved down here, I had a girlfriend, right? Mm-hmm. And we both knew that when I moved down here, that was it. I was not going to see her again, most likely, right? We didn't even want to try to do that. Even, I'm like, what, 14, 15? I'm like 14 at this moment. So I'm like teenage years now, right? We didn't even want to think about trying because we both knew it was unrealistic as hell.
But I mean, that makes sense, though.
But that was just that particular situation. Yeah. So there's other situations now.
Plus, you guys were very, very young.
Yeah, we were 14. Yeah. So, you know, that was back in the day. Someone's gonna give you energy I can't because I'm not with you, vice versa. I'm trying to understand what that one pertained to. I'm just trying to think about what that one pertained to. My bad, Austin. I had read that one probably late. What's good? Shout out to my boy A Rook on the track, baby. What was my next one that I had up there? I had another
long distance relationship. Did it for like 3 years, but like I said, we made it work though. We got to take the China bus back and forth. Like we made it work, made it equal with each other. So she'll take it like one summer, come and stay, or I'll go and stay. But then, like I said, you just had to.
That's just a lot of work.
I mean, it is, but love, you do whatever you can for it.
And that's a fact.
You know, it didn't work out in the long run, but
to me, though, it's just there's so many people in the world to love.
Yeah. But somebody they ain't gonna match that same chemistry that you.
And you're 100% right. You're 100% right. But you just have to think about the differences in lifestyles after somebody moves away. Somebody they're going to an entire new life with an entire new group of people to just live an entire different life than where you're at and what you're doing.
But then I feel like that's where loyalty and trust comes in.
I get that.
And
that's where if I had more of that, then I guess I'd be, you know. But I just like have very low trust in a lot of people, and it takes a lot to build my trust up there. So maybe if I were to find somebody I know I could trust like that, but at the end of the day, like I don't even want to hold somebody back from like living their own life. If that makes sense. Like if I'm gonna be all the way over here doing whatever I'm doing, I don't want you to be like, you have, everybody has needs. At the end of the day, that's just how I feel. What about, all right, so I had something up there, first dates, right? My homegirl was like, she took a whole lot of pictures while she was on her first date with this dude, and I tried to explain to her, like, I was like, did that not make him feel any type of way that you were on your phone majority of the date?
Right.
Do you feel like it's rude to be on your phone if you're on a date?
But you want to get to know that person.
Yes, I feel like it's rude. It's not proper etiquette at all.
Like, you ever been on a date where the girl was just on her phone like majority of the time?
Yeah. But then that lets you know you're not entertaining her. So
right.
Something else is entertaining her.
Because, I mean, I know if I'm chilling with a girl and she's on her phone a lot, then I'm just going to be on my phone a lot.
Right.
I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Because, I mean, y'all
You know
are
what I'm
entertaining each other. That's up. If you can find somebody you can vibe with that's not going to be on their phone and you can entertain each other, then that right there will make the day. Other than that, y'all just hanging out. That's really all it is. If y'all both are on y'all phone, y'all are just chilling, hanging out. It's not even a date.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so.
That's a fact. That's pretty much how I feel about it too.
Me personally, if I'm sitting down and I'm gonna eat, I put my phone away because that's just how I am. That's my etiquette. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Personally, I prefer not to have my phone out if I'm dining somewhere with someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's just rude.
Even if it's just a friend, like me, I don't like to do that unless it's like an emergency.
Yeah, to me, that's just kind of rude. Like, if you're just, like, on your phone a lot. I try not to be on my phone when I'm on dates or just even out with friends just because, like, I just don't. Yeah, I think it's kind of rude. And I don't really like when people are on their phones. Because I have had, like, a couple bad dates that I've been on where Shorty was just on her phone, like, the whole time.
I have a story about that. It was terrible.
Were you on your phone the whole time during a date?
Me?
You just said you had a story about
it. Yeah, I just told you that I don't do that. So, no, it was a person that was on their phone. It was terrible. Like, it was terrible. My sister knows because we talked about it, but it was terrible.
If you know, you know. Nobody know their attention is on the phone, not getting to know the person. That's a fact.
Yeah, but they were honest to me after, like, everything happened. Like, the next day, they, like, brought it up, and we talked about it. But I was just like, that is just so rude, dude.
Well, I mean, if you got a lot going on, you shouldn't have even went on the date to begin with.
Exactly.
Make time for your people you want to make time for.
That's a fact.
I say a lot of times, like,
preach it, baby. Yeah, like people make time for people they feel like making time for.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here.
If they're on the phone and stuff like that, then you find out what the reason is for. If they just up there scrolling Facebook and stuff like that, then you're like, okay, you're not somebody you wanted to sit there and go on a date with. So y'all just hanging. But if they out there and they know they got their kids being babysitters or something like that, then of course they gonna have their phone out. Like when I used to have my guys on, I kept my phone in my hand just in case he had to call me or something. So what's goody, bro? So other than that, that's the only time I feel like you should ever have your phone out talking about.
So she said the long distance relationship thing and how I said people make time for things they want to make time for. Yeah, I mean, you can make time for a long distance relationship or you can make time to build a new one with somebody who's there. So bam, I don't feel like talking about relationship stuff anymore. I want to talk about some different things. Please.
Yes.
I'm tired of the dating pool. Here's how I feel about women. Ready? Fuck bitches, get money. That's it. They ain't benefiting you. Don't fuck with them. Yeah. What he said.
Drop going down.
What he said on the camera. All right. Entertainment business. Julian, you've been in the entertainment business for an awfully long time.
Yeah. Too long for like
the ups and downs, the in and outs, the all arounds. What do you feel like it's worth it at the end of the day? The things that you do?
I mean, be honest with you, nah, I don't. But then because I love it, it's what makes me keep going. but like the way things are changing up every day and everything, and people look at you as the same way as they look at the next person, it makes it feel like it's not worth it because you're almost selling yourself, it feels like. Because even if they think that you're different and you're not, it's just like I say, you got to keep proving yourself. You got to keep evolving and stuff like that. You almost got to basically, you got to fit in, it feels like, instead of being yourself and being different. So that's why I say, like, it ain't worth it. But then at the end of the day, if you love it, then in the long run, it will be worth it. Because if you could find a way to make that change, then.
Doing the things that we've done, some L's, some wins.
Too many.
I feel like I asked that question initially just because to me, I agree with you 100%. It's not worth it, but it is. Like, sometimes it's not worth it, but majority of the time it is. And that's how I feel about what I do as well. Like, sometimes I'll even I'll think to myself, is what I'm doing even worth the time that I've put into it, the efforts that I put into it, the money that I put into it. And 9.5 times out of 10, I'm going to tell myself, hell yeah, it's worth it.
Right.
But there's still like that half time that I'm like, is it worth it?
Like, I could have used this money for something else.
Right.
Like,
but then like something will happen and that'll just be like, see, yeah, it was worth it.
Yep.
And I feel like especially in this type of business, like doing the things that we've done, I say we because Loud does it as well all the time. You take so many losses that it helps you build character a hell of a lot faster.
Yes.
In life.
Like your true strength.
And it helps really like create a lot stronger of a person in a lot shorter amount of time. And because I just noticed the people around me who actually do the shit for real, they're very strong-minded people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's because they've had so many experiences in this. This is such just a weird industry, entertainment business as a whole.
A lot of people don't know. If you don't live it, you won't really know it. And so people that's just coming out to party and outside looking in, they don't really know what it is. They just know about coming out there drinking, smoking, chilling, enjoying themselves.
That's what
but
it
they
is. They
thinking
don't
it's
know
just
all the
nothing
hard
but
work.
fun and games, not the fact that all these contracts you gotta sign, these meetings you gotta go to, things like that. And stuff like you gotta scope the room, you gotta see who's not having a good time compared to who is having good times and things like that. Like it's so much.
Hi, Jocelyn.
So,
I want to talk about the party buses we did.
oh gosh, no.
Loud Now is actually so everybody who's watching right now, we're actually giving out a party bus now. But I'm pretty sure the one that we're giving out is legit.
So stick with this one.
So, story time. A couple years ago, Julian came across a dude who had a party bus, and we did a couple parties on the party bus, which to me were successful. They were very successful.
Sure.
The second one was it the second time we did. It was the third one we did. Became not very successful, and we got surrounded by cops. And pretty sure those two white people who we picked up in Suffolk were undercovers.
They were. They was at the court when I went there.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I already knew because I was just like, I ain't never seen these people before.
Right. But
Who are these
we
people?
Getting different people every time though.
I know, but it was like we had like our core of people.
Yeah, you
We
got
had
the
our
same
party crew.
10,
We had our
15,
core
but then they bought their people and things like that. And then
That
some
was they
was
people.
able-
These
yeah.
people were just so random.
Yeah.
Like so random. So, but it was that was an experience, yo. That was such an experience. I thought I was going to jail.
When was this?
This was what, 2016?
16.
Oh wow, that's when I graduated high school.
Oh wow.
Halloween 2016.
What an experience that was though,
Like,
because
say,
I
man,
learned
that-
a lot that night.
Yeah, and that would really, from that night, was what really built my character and stuff like that, because of the fact of being judged, thinking that you're somebody else, and things like that really helped build me to where I was, and it showed me the true team that had my back at the same time.
Man, I grabbed all the
Right.
DJ equipment. I don't even remember how I got out of there that night. I don't even remember, honestly.
I think you rode with my homegirl in though.
I must have
think they
rode with
took-
somebody.
yeah,
I don't know
they
how
took
the
you
hell I
back.
got out of there, but I took all his DJ equipment.
Yeah.
Yo, this
And
man,
I had to sit
that man
there.
took everything.
Yeah. And I sat
Everybody
there for
else just
4.5
left like it was
hours for
nothing, and Julian was just stuck. That's respect.
Pops went to jail that day.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
Like,
that whole night was just wild.
Yeah. But all it fell down to was because of the fact that two same party buses that's the same color and all that, and one is doing it kind of legitly, while the other one got shot up a week or two before, which I don't follow other people, so they thinking that our party bus is a drug party bus and things like that.
Which we did have weed on board.
Yeah, but I mean,
that was it.
Yeah, but other than that, we followed every protocol, which helped us get out the situation, as well as then put a lawsuit at first with the city and stuff like that. But it got us out the situation at the same time, all because of the fact that we followed protocol. That's why I tell anybody, if you could get a contract signed, get contract signed. Show everything you do, all your work, things like that. Because in the long run, man, people are always going to try to come in, down you, or shoot whatever good ideas you had down. Like, all we was doing was trying to keep it so people won't drinking and driving, as well as in having fun. We
I
gave
don't
an
think
idea,
we weren't doing nothing wrong, bro.
Yeah,
we
but
really
we gave
weren't.
an idea that was new to the world. Nobody else was doing what we were doing. So for us giving that idea, it struck red flags and all that.
And we were having some good parties too.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I miss is those parties we would have, because those pajama parties.
Oh my God.
Made out with a dude's wife.
Throw them, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
We do every party we do. Like I said,
Made out with a dude's wife right in front of him.
Oh my gosh, the girl that broke the dang mirror trying
I
to
was
twerk.
so bad. That night was so bad. Dude was just like
Uh-huh.
sitting on the wall just crying, like, and I'm just sitting there not even knowing what's going on. He's telling me the story the next day. I'm like, nah, that didn't happen.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
nah, it did happen.
Fun-ass
I'm like,
times.
oh, damn. I hit that chick up, was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Tell your husband I'm so sorry. Like,
And they still asking when the next one. But
yeah. Yeah, no, it was still a fun time though, man.
yeah,
They
but
would
at the
just,
same time, we
Julian
never-
just has a habit of trying to get me like completely screwed up.
It's not true.
That's 100% true. If we have an event, Julian will be like, all right, Monty, yeah, you go ahead and take the first half of it. The second half, though, I got you. And then the second half, he'll, shot, just like the party bus. This man put like 7 shots of Fireball in me in like a 5-minute span.
But
I'm sitting there passed out.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It was my
What did you-
birthday, but that's not the
But
point.
what you tell me for your birthday, what you wanted to do?
To have a party bus and get fucked up.
Exactly. And what happened?
Say it with your chest.
Huh?
What happened is I fell off the party bus.
What?
Where
I
you
fell
from?
into a ditch. I fell into my fence.
But he didn't
I dropped
break
my
his new
tables.
turntables though. He held on to his new turntables when he fell in the ditch.
The same ones that I got.
Yes.
These are the same ones that I still have.
You held on to.
I held on to
Right.
them when I fell into the ditch, but I surely didn't hold on to them when I fell in the
Then
grass.
had to carry him, and he still wouldn't let go of his goddamn.
Demont trying to let
turntables.
me in the house. I'm trying to show him which key is mine. I don't even know which key is mine. I couldn't even stand, and then I just go onto my bed, and I just wake up the next day, and I'm just like,
Oh.
felt like crap. Fireball is not for me. Period.
Well, it was at that time. You just gotta face it. 'Cause we
No.
all did about the same. We all had about.
It
a
was
bottle
for
and a
me
half.
at that time. At that time, I did like the drink of it. I'm
But
still
what,
like a
you was-
virgin drinker.
But you was like 19.
Yeah.
We had this boy in 21 and up clubs, like some of the hottest clubs in Richmond.
And that's why I don't even.
walking into him just like he was literally coming in there like the celebrity. He's
I
telling people he's producers.
don't even
and
care
taking
about
pictures.
going to clubs anymore because by the time I was 18, 19 years old, I was already in all these freaking clubs.
Facts. You been rocking us what? 15? You been rocking with us?
I was about 17
17?
when I met y'all. Because I was
Hey, ever
when
since
I was
day.
17 when I started making music, and that's why I met y'all at the Turtle. Me and Antonio did a performance.
This man coming to every club every time.
Do you know where
he's
that
there.
what's that place called now, Julian? The Shell?
Stuff.
Oh, Stuffed. You
Yeah.
know where Stuffed is over there on Mallory?
Is it a food place?
Yeah, it's like a taco. place.
Burrito taco off of Mallory Street.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, that shit.
Really good?
I don't know. I've never
Where's
eaten.
that?
It's right around the corner.
On Hampton.
Yeah, it's like you like go up the street. It's like right there.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like tacos and burritos and
put it in my phone.
yeah. It's a
But I
good
mean,
spot.
that's a
But it
good
used to be
time,
the
though.
Turtle, and we did a performance there, and that's where I met Julian.
Been rocking
Yeah.
ever since.
Been rocking ever since, and then I started. What y'all was at Mambo's for a while.
Yup.
No man, that place.
Oh gosh.
That place was a fun place though. It was
I
a
mean, it
small
was
little
just-
hole in the wall, but you know, I
It's
met a
just like
cougar
I
in there
Oh.
until she started telling her whole family about us.
Bro,
That was fun
was
until
too
that.
Fun. That was.
And
too
then
fun.
you know, I have her like cousins and uncles coming up to me and, so I hear you seeing my.
Oh God.
You like 36? I'm like 20.
That was too much of a fun time right there. Oh my God. Like, you literally lived it up for the age that you did 10 times more stuff than I did at your age. I didn't start doing my stuff until I was 25.
It was fun,
and
too.
I didn't start drinking until, 28 almost. Like,
oh, not me. I've been drinking since I was like 10.
So you literally lived the whole life before I even did it, and I was older.
Well, I mean, I kind of been doing it since, like, I was a kid because, like, my brother, like, we would always have, like, big parties at the house. Mm. And when I was probably, like, 10, my parents started letting me have, like, a beer. See. And then I would have, like, a beer, and then I'd be, like, wrecked.
Wow.
See, me, I was always either dancing, sports, or in church. Like, that's literally my whole lifestyle. Like, and then games sometimes.
Just Julian in sports.
Mine was just sports.
This guy ain't no athlete.
Come on, man.
Nah, I'm playing.
Them highlight reels.
Yo, I did football, basketball, ran track. Track is what screwed up my knees, man.
Mr. Chef.
Oh,
We thought it was a Karate Kid.
Yo.
And stuff.
Whoa.
If y'all ever go look at his page, look at his profile when he had on his chef outfit on. I thought the dude was a Karate Kid on everything. And he was like, no, I was going to culinary school.
Not on mine. But
Not on yours.
Oh my God. When I say that was the funniest time.
Oh, shit. Wait. Are you talking about when I did the culinary competition?
Yes.
I didn't have a chef outfit on. I had my little management gear on.
Bruh, you look like a Karate Kid.
You
All
look
you
like
needed
a
was your
Karate
belt.
How? I didn't even have the chef stuff on.
It was the way that apron, whatever that was around you
Oh,
was.
you're talking about, yo, why don't you get out of my business? Stay out of my personal
I'm
affairs.
like, it was like 30 years since I'd known you, and I never knew you
How
cooked.
do you open this? I didn't, though. That was the thing.
Like,
The thing is that I wasn't cooking. Oh.
You got it. Okay, there you go.
I'm sorry. I'm over here trying to figure out my life. Oh, yeah. So I don't really know much about this situation. Somebody sent me an article, but I never read it. I didn't really care enough.
yeah, I just watched the video on my way up here about it.
Once he left the Steelers, I can give a fuck less, honestly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, nobody gives a fuck when they leave the Steelers.
Yeah. Like, once you leave the Steelers, I don't care about you anymore. Like, once Ben leaves, I'm going to be happy when Big Ben leaves, honestly. Because he's just old. You did your thing, bro. Like, you got us a dub, you know what I'm saying? You got us a bunch of dubs. But you're done. You're washed up. You're old.
Yeah.
It's just how I'm feeling.
Still got to go through his court cases.
But what was that about, though? Do you know?
So basically what ended up happening was he had other endorsements. So they tried to say it was because he got, they locked him out and everything because he was like 20 catches away. He had to get 40 yards.
Yeah, I heard
like
that.
But come to find out, the coaches called his number and he didn't want to go in at first. But he ended up getting a call because he's actually about to fight in the Jake Paul boxing match coming up.
He's fighting Jake Paul?
No, he's not fighting Jake Paul. He's supposed to be fighting his brother, which was supposed to happen.
Oh, he's just fighting during that event.
Yeah, but it was supposed to happen a year and a half ago. Yeah. So it was supposed to happen a year ago. But they said Logan Paul backed out, and then they had a scuffle behind scene. So they canceled it first, and then he ended up apologizing. So now they actually put it back on for the money. So he's supposed to make double of what he was going to make for the season playing football. So he's trying to get into the whole boxing thing instead, as well as now he's endorsed with supposed to be Fashion Nova and things like that. So he was just using it as a joke afterwards, but then not realizing that he actually screwed himself with the football and all the money that he was going to originally make, because they said something about Brady was getting him a contract for like $100 million, like, and he messed all that stuff up.
Yeah,
That's why you shouldn't count your money ahead of time.
Yeah. I was about to say, he's about to be another one of those stories of like.
Don't count your money ahead of
But think about it, he been like that since college.
Yeah, he's been a cocky little one.
Like, not even cocky, taking money on the table, things like that. So he's been like that, but he's an amazing athlete.
Yo, he's about to be a rapper, G.
Yeah. Oh, he dropped the album too. I mean, the track.
Say, yeah, he dropped a single.
Like, he did all that stuff, and all of that made him money, all because he dropped that stuff.
Yeah, I mean.
So I mean, he knew what he was doing, but
Was that your mommy?
like I say, man.
Yes, that is my mommy.
My mom. She says sweet.
Oh boy.
Hey, Mom. Antonio Brown. Man, yeah, he was nice though.
Speechless look. You know he's speechless when he started turning red.
Because, like, why did you have to say it like that? Is that your mommy? Like,
I was just asking.
This is my mommy.
What was I supposed to say? Is that your mom?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Why do you have to say it like that?
Gotcha. Oh, wow. My bad.
Y'all are embarrassing me.
Oh, shut up, Cam.
Y'all are embarrassing me on my show, B. No, I'm playing. I had some other things I wanted to talk about. Something totally different. Just to switch up the topic because I don't know any more about this Antonio Brown shit.
Wait, how do you feel about the whole... I want to talk about Betty White.
Betty White? She was almost 100. She fucking lived her life.
Thank you. Because people are always like, people are all like, oh, no. And I'm like, dude, like...
I mean, oh, no, yeah, it sucks that she died. It sucks.
I'm pretty sure she's so grateful that she lived to be 99.
It sucks that she died, but, yeah, I mean, she was old.
Life.
Yeah, it happens. It happens like that. But she was old. What did you want?
99 years. There's so much you can do in 99 years.
She lived, like, multiple lives.
That's beautiful.
Yo, did you guys see those leaked pictures of her back when she was, like, 20?
Ooh, I did. I was like, oh, Betty.
No, dude. Her booty cheeks looked weird back then.
It's Betty.
Them jinx looked weird.
Betty.
Bye, Cam.
I'm just saying. R.I.P. Betty White. R.I.P. Betty White. You gotta love Betty White. I'm just saying.
Okay, let's get off the Betty White.
I love you, Betty White. Never met you a day in my life. Don't know exactly why you're famous, but you're famous. And you're an inspiration to all. Now, can we talk about what I was gonna talk about?
Go ahead.
Were you on to rudely interrupt? Self-awareness. Self-awareness is something I wanted to talk about because I feel like self-awareness and mental wellness go like hand in hand. And I only want to talk about this just because I feel like a lot of people as of lately have been like going through a lot of like mental things.
Right.
And I feel like that's all because of the transition of like how life is being lived now. Yes. And like the more everybody's kind of more guarded and cautious and like just doing too much, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where do you feel like self-awareness falls like in mental, like do you feel like they go hand in hand, Julian, Hannah, both of you guys? Like how do you guys feel about just mental wellness?
I mean, with it, like I say, we know times is always going to be hard and things like that. You just got to know how to, well, not speaking on everybody, you got to know your lane that makes you happy and things like that. Like some people feel like talking about it can be it, or some people feel like maybe going to the gym or doing something to relax you and stuff like that. Some people just want to sit around and watch the TV or something like that. But you have to find it instead of holding it in. You have to go to it. Some people like say don't trust to talk to other people about it, but they gotta get it out their chest somehow. So they might literally talk to themselves in the shower or talk to themselves at home or find something like I
feel like just finding a coping method. Because I just know dealing with the mental things that I deal with, like myself personally, I don't want to go to therapy and I don't want to take pills.
Right.
I don't want to take pills just because.
Quick to put you on pills.
Yeah, like my mom's been on pills for a long time. Love you, Mom, but she's had her mental things, and just seeing that through the years, just how pills can affect people, not just my mom, just people, and how they affected me when I was taking pills, like when I was just recreationally taking Xanax and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It turned me into an entirely different person. Right. Like I became a robot, like, and just losing my memory and just too much, and it was just turning me to a whole different person. Right. To more, I feel like not like a fiend, but like
you needed it.
Just like I needed it, and I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that at all. But I feel like finding a coping method. I think everybody has different ways that work for them, and just trying to be pushing doctors and therapists and drugs and all that onto people. It's just not the way, in my opinion.
Right. Because like I said, with this day and age now, people are quickly to go to what a doctor says, and they say, oh, well, you need 12 pills of this, so you got to take that, instead of finding another solution besides drugging you up and stuff like that. Like, no offense to people that smoke weed or drink, but people will go to that instead of finding another solution, or people that use cigarettes for it. And like I tell anybody, for me per se, I always sit there and try to dab into what other people do to see what happens. Right. And things like that. It's like I say, when I was younger, I had it. and everything. Like, I had a whole bad trauma childhood, things like that. So I had to find a way. Pills didn't work. Went to following after my parents or brother, things like that. Tried to smoking things like that, and was just like, all it is just something. Then that's when I end up finally getting into like sports and realize if you're playing sports and stuff, you're worried about the play instead of worrying about the drama and stuff like that. So
I feel like I've been lucky in my upbringing because being the youngest of 4 brothers, my high school days into like even when I got here, it wasn't that bad. But like just growing up, I was just always kind of protected, I guess, because like people wouldn't pick on me because my brother Devin was just like a school star type shit and like everything he played, and like Tony was just like a freaking nerd with the teachers. Dennis was just cool all around. So by the time I got to high school, just even going up through middle school, I just had a very easy. Anytime somebody even tried to bully me, it was just shut down. You know, so like I had it very easy. And so like I try to look at my life and I realize how easy my life has been compared to so many people. And I feel like when I get down and I get depressed about just stupid things, it brings me to just like this bad place I don't want to be at, that I don't even need to be at, because there's so many people in the world going through so many worse things than the stupid things that I'm going through. Like,
I feel like you can like, you choose your battles, you know what I mean? Like someone that's not you would probably carry your life differently than you carry your life, you know what I mean? Like you're in a good, well, say you're in a good mindset, and then there's someone else that if they had your life, they would be in like a chaotic or depressed mindset because they can't organize things the way that you do. So I feel like you pick and choose your battles or whatever, but it all comes down to like perspective and, you know, how you see things. And then speaking about like trauma, like Julian said, I think that to be self-aware, you have to understand that your trauma was not your it wasn't your fault, but your responsibility is to heal as an adult so you don't affect others around you. And I think it's very important to be self-aware, which means learning how to heal, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
what it is learning how to heal.
Nobody can literally bring you healing, you know what I mean, but God. And so that's just how I feel.
Well, you can bring yourself healing.
Well, I mean, yes.
I feel like you
Because it's
accept
yourself. It's
and
yourself.
grow.
You said what?
Accept and grow. If you
Accept
can
and
accept what
Yeah,
happened and
yeah.
grow from what happened,
That's what it is.
instead of holding in.
And that's why I felt like held me back with a lot of things, that I would dwell so much on things that happened that I'm just like too afraid of to create new things for myself, or like create new things to happen. Like, yeah, I saw this one. I was gonna address it here in a second. She had talked about therapy is a really good way for people to just kind of talk to a stranger about, you know, things that they have going on. And I do agree that therapy is helpful because I have done it before. I only did it for a short amount of time. I just personally feel like I don't want to pay somebody to care about my problems. Like, I just feel like if I talk to somebody, I kind of want them to just genuinely care and give me their actual advice, you know, on whatever it is that I'm going through. And I just feel like therapists, they're just there for the time limit and there for the money. And I know that they're professionally trained to help you, but sometimes I don't.
Well, it depends on what that person went into the passion for. So I don't think that, I mean, becoming a therapist, that's a lot of years of schooling and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there are some people that go in it for the money, but there are some people that have a passion for that. They have a passion for others. They're empathetic, they're considerate, and they have a heart for that. And they want to connect with people who are struggling because they've either been there, you know what I mean, or lived that kind of life. So I don't think we should generalize that all therapists.
I don't want to generalize as all therapists. I'm not. I don't want to generalize at all.
Some are just
just in my experience. I mean, my therapist who I had, she seemed like during the time of our sessions, she genuinely cared. But like, then it's like once you're getting close to your time limit, then that's really what they focus on.
That's a good point. She said sometimes people that we are around ourselves are biased.
And that's true.
Because of their relationship with you. So they won't tell you like it is. And I've seen that before. And almost like looking from the outside in, when I see someone and I'm like righteously judging their character, and I see how their friend talks to them and that their friend won't let them know, like, hey, dude, like, you're wrong. Like, you need to straighten up or whatever. Because it's their friend, so they'll say it in a different way. But sometimes we need to hear it like it is. So that is a good point, that there are going to be biased people when it comes to...
I mean, truth be told, like I say, that was one thing when I was in high school. That was the first thing I learned and started studying, because I used to have a counselor that was like one of the dopest counselors that literally kept me out of jail from when I was gangbang, things like that. He literally kept me out of jail. He kept me like saying things like that. But he told me like this, like, it's not how you say it, it's what you say. So when people, even if it's your friends or not, if they're telling you something, it's your job to either accept it or forget it and stuff like that. But then you got to realize now the ball is going to be back in your court now, because they told you something, no matter if it was right or wrong. You had to sit there and either read between the lines or think about why did that person say that and stuff. Because 9 times out of 10, a person's going to say something because it's a reason for it. As well as in, if you are sitting like there, you're seeing the therapist and stuff like that. The reason why when it's down to your session is because of the fact that even the strongest can't sit there and take but so much given. So if they're sitting there opening up their heart and stuff like that, and you got a 30-minute segment, a session or something like that, or even an hour session, you got to take breaks in between, because it's going to be stuff either you didn't talk about or it's going to hurt you to talk about. So you're like kind of not being what you're supposed to be and actually expressing it. And so because so much stuff is just overwhelming. It's like weights. It's wearing you down. So if you're sitting there and you're trying to get so much out in one, it's like an explosion. So you got to sit there. That's why they do it in time segments. Because some people can get their whole lives out in one story. But you don't want to do that because of the fact that you want to be able to give a little and then accept it. Because that's what they're meant for. They're supposed to listen to your problems, and then now they're supposed to sit there and talk to you about it. Like, maybe you're feeling this way. Maybe this is what's going on, things like that. Now your part is to come in and think about that. So that's why they do it in segments, because it's levels to it. So if you're accepting them different levels, the better you'll be. But if you're just sitting there and going in and you're just paying it, you ain't going to never reap an outcome after that. Like, it's going to be hard for you to change and grow because of the fact that you might be paying this money and listening, but not really bringing it in and accepting it. So you're going to come back that next week and you probably going to talk about that exact same thing over again. So,
and that's what that's probably what a lot of it is.
Go ahead.
A lot of people just coming back and just talking about the same problems. And that's the thing, is like a lot of people, and I see this in a lot of people, that they have the same problems and they're choosing not to fix them.
Exactly, because they don't accept it when people are telling you about it.
And that's like the self-awareness part. It's like, if you're not aware that you're fucking up, then you're not going to fix your problems. Exactly. But if you're like fully aware, like, all right, yo, I'm really fucking up, like, then you're going to kind of fix the things that you felt like you were doing wrong. That's just me personally. Yep. And sometimes, but a lot of the times though, like, that's why I try to keep good friends around me, like ones who keep it real, because like sometimes I do like have just certain people who I know I can talk to about certain things, and they'll like really keep it real with me. Right. And it helps me a lot. Like, right. It really helps me, like, just because I know from my mindset now to what it was like 2 months ago, totally different mindset. You about to fuck up the set again?
Watch the lights.
Watch the lights.
But I mean, that is true. Like I say, that shows growth though at the same time. That's because, like I say, man, me seeing you when you're little and stuff like that. I remember time we try to tell you like, hey, do it this way or something like that, or try to talk to you about what's going on. Hey, yo, snap and stuff. But then now you look at yourself. You actually look at it. You think about it. You take it all in.
Sometimes
and then you might come back an hour later.
Snap,
you might come back a day later and be like, man, about this and this and this. Like, it be times like that. But because of the fact that you actually took the time to thinking about it and actually listen to what was going on and try to find other solutions, as well as in listen to the solutions that other people gave you, helped you in the long run.
I was just trying to look at situations like I'm young still, and I'm still learning life. And so I can't just be so like closed-minded. Right. I have to really kind of be more open-minded to what other people are telling me. Sometimes I be stubborn. But
all of
no,
us,
I mean,
though.
but I feel like I'm doing a lot better now, though.
You're
Just
amazing.
because, like I said, a couple months ago, bro, I was just all fucking down in the dumps for no reason. And that's how I look at it now. It's for no reason.
Yeah, but a lot of people we all have that times. Like I say, man, shoot, just the other day I felt like that. Ass up. Then I just went on a cooking spree. It's like I'm just gonna start cooking to do
Yeah,
something.
I just
But
like
then it got
keep
me
myself
out of
busy
it.
now.
And so, or like me and you had a long talk, or like me and my boy Steady and stuff like that. Okay, we'll sit there and talk, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot what I was even the person mad about type thing, because it helped take away that things like that. Like it happens.
That's life. Just be self-aware.
Fact.
Mental wellness and self-awareness go together, and I say that because you have to be aware of who you are in order to be okay. Because if you don't know who you are, you're going to be lost. And when you're lost, you start doing things that you don't want to do, for real. Yeah, you just... Being
Just don't be
lost is
afraid of
okay
criticism.
for a short amount of time.
Don't be afraid of criticism. Right.
Being lost is okay.
Yeah, being lost is
It's just figuring out who you are along the way is the most important part of being lost. And I feel like everybody gets lost at some point in their life, and not everybody bounces back. But
Fact.
there are people who do bounce back, and those are the strong-minded individuals I like to keep myself around, because people just don't always bounce back all the time. But yeah, I keep myself strong, baby. That's just how I'm feeling.
Got to.
But
Say,
fucking
man, don't let nobody change you. Be who you are and keep it moving.
be you, man. This has been a Joe Gatto.
Never feed into anything.
I want to talk about this one more second.
We about to have a marathon one day of it. Just watch
Joe
all of
Gatto.
it. Like we got to do it.
I'm gonna send this to you directly.
Damari, did you know that?
I hope that whatever you're going through, you get through it, and you can come back.
Please come back. At least
I
let
hope
us
you get
know
through
what
it.
you got planned out. Like, sheesh. We follow you wherever you
He'll
at.
do something. He'll do something.
That's the best Joker, man.
I ain't gonna lie. If he
I love
come
them
out with
all.
his own
It's the
segment,
eyes
I
and
love all the
facial
guys.
expressions.
I love them all.
I love
They're all
Bruh.
just like, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could hang out with all of them for a day.
if he come out with his
But
own
Joe
show,
Gatto?
oh my gosh.
Joe Gatto, just do like a reality show of
Yeah,
yourself.
I feel
Do
like
it.
that would be
I
the
think
dope,
he's gonna
yeah.
do that when why not?
Just because Joe Gatto was just Larry, bro. Did he ever find Larry?
Oh,
I'm freaking weak, yeah.
That is the question that we're all gonna know: is did he ever find Larry?
Who told I never realized it either? Nope. I don't think he did. I feel like he got to talk about that. He got to.
No,
gotta
wait,
let us
no, he
know.
did. He did
he?
find Larry. Yes, there was one episode when he was calling for Larry, and somebody was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Larry." He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, I've been looking for you." It was just some random guy. I remember that episode. Yeah, I've seen them all like
But I
8
thought
times.
sometimes like he lost him again or something like that.
what?
You said he lost him again?
Yeah, or something where it was like he found them, but then he was like, "Oh no, I'm not really him."
Well, I don't know. All I know is Joe Gatto come back.
I love him.
And now the final thing that I will talk about on tonight's podcast: Harry Potter
Freaking love it.
Okay.
and Cobra Kai.
Hey, did you finally watch the Ferguson?
Did I what?
You watched episode 4? I mean
what?
season 4?
What?
Did you?
What?
Like,
Did I watch
know you said you
season
was gonna
4?
do it
I watched
watch.
season 4 in one sitting, my
Bro,
guy.
I did too.
On my way home from Illinois, I watched the entire season 4.
I watched it before I left out.
Let me tell you something. All right. First things first. I'm not gonna make no spoilers.
Can't wait
Okay.
for 5.
But the fact that they brought that dude back, okay,
Bruh.
OD, because I didn't see none of this coming at the end. Okay. First of all, I knew for some reason. Oh, I see. I can't even talk about all that. I'm gonna spoil
I'm
something.
about to say, yeah, you can't even talk about the episode unless literally they watched it. But all I can say is I just can't wait to 5 now. Like,
I can't-
for them to say that
and they're gonna probably make us wait all year.
Yeah, they got to. Like, just
No,
because
they
of
don't
how-
have to.
Well, I mean, they don't have to, but they're going to because of the fact
I know they're
that on
going
how
to,
it
but they don't
ended,
have to do
like-
that. They could just give us Cobra Kai in like 6 months, like,
Yeah.
and we'll be okay.
But then we're gonna have to wait for 6. Like
Harry
it's
Potter.
It's never gonna end.
They need to keep it going. I'm fucking hooked.
Like, yes.
I don't know if anybody else watches Cobra Kai, but I'm hooked.
Yes.
I love the show. I will watch it again and again. It's my show. They just be kicking each other
Bro,
in the
I
face and
started
shit.
it from episode
However,
season 1 just to
hold
watch
on.
it
I
again.
just want to talk real quick about Hawk's character. I need you to fucking man the fuck up again, bro.
I'm weak, yeah.
I don't like this little pussy shit you doing the whole season 4 shit, bro. I don't care about all that, bro. Man the fuck up. Grow your mohawk back. Start beating the fuck out of kids again.
Oh my god.
Yo, his fucking fight with
Bruh.
was crazy.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was crazy, bro.
Bruh.
I was over there.
I
In
ain't
the
gonna
car
lie. I
hype.
feel like when he got, damn, you can't even say it, but I feel like when that one part happened, he got his heart back. Like he
Bro, he deserved it.
bruh. That's my character right there, hands down.
Hawk?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went through every change,
Yo,
as well as like you said,
he has been my favorite
he really
character
went
from
through
the
every
jump,
change
bro.
and accepted himself finally now.
Hawk has definitely been my favorite character from the jump.
You talk about mental awareness, Hawk is the guy.
Yo,
Like hands down.
he's just the dopest character on that show. All right, Harry Potter. I also watched the reunion the other day. I'm just a big Harry Potter fan. That's why I'm
So you
bringing
know
it
we
up.
gotta go to New York because you know they opened up the show. Right?
I'm going to New York in June.
Same here. Well, it was probably the end of June though, but I'm not sure yet.
I'm going for my friend's wedding.
Oh,
I am
man.
so excited. I'm going back to where I grew up.
Shoot. I'll probably be going in February too. So yeah.
Going back where I grew up. I
gotta
can't
go
wait.
to the
Big
Harry
shout out
Potter
to my
land.
homeboy Ray and his soon-to-be wife. They're having like a bachelor party a couple weeks prior, but
So,
I
no
don't know if
sleep
I'm gonna
DJ?
be able to stay up there for 2 weeks. That's a long time.
No sleep DJ in the wedding.
I mean, we can go up there. It's whatever.
I mean,
I'll tell him what's up. I was trying to tell him that we could do the wedding, but they already had everything already. By the
they
time
don't
I
have
told
it
them.
if they don't have no sleep. I'm just saying,
I'll try to tell him, but
sir, get it together.
I'll just let him know
Hey,
next time I
Monty,
talk
come
to
on
him.
now.
But yeah, Harry Potter. That was a beautiful reunion. That was awesome. It was amazing to watch. I watched all the movies like 8 times. I'm gonna watch them
Right.
again.
Movies and the
They're
book.
coming out with a game, and it's gonna be like an open world game. Super excited about it. However, I guess other Harry Potter fans aren't excited about it for whatever reasons.
But it's always
Fuck
like
those
that.
guys.
Because they feel like
I'm
every
trying to be a
time it's about
wizard
changing.
in the wizard world. I'm trying to go to Hogwarts.
The guy that
Period.
played Dungeons
What's
and
up, Shani?
Dragons.
But yeah, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. But yes, that is the Opinionated Podcast. That is all we have time for today. We're already a few minutes over. But it was a decent show. It was a decent show today. I appreciate you guys for coming.
Yeah.
I love these guys here. They're cool people. You guys are cool people. This is the Opinionated Podcast. I will see you guys next Monday. I am your boy AyeMontie on the track. Thank you, Hannah and Julian, for coming out today.
You're welcome.
Anytime. Thank you, bro, for having me.
Fuck you guys. I love you guys at the same time. Thank you, Loud on production. Powered by Virginia Radio Route.